Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing a new book haul for you guys. So these are all the recent books that I've been given to by like an author, publicist, a blog tour, that sort of thing. I think I have a good amount this month to share with you guys, so why don't we just... The first one that I have is Magic Wand Ranch, and this is by Carolyn Mickelson, and I actually just finished reading this the night before I'm filming. It was a very short read because it is a novella, so it only took me like a day to get through. So that was nice, but I just finished it, but I did want to mention it. It's really cute though because we follow Fiona, who is a fairy godmother, and because it is a novella and it's so much shorter, we don't really get into all of the details of like why, how, what her world is like. We just know that she's a fairy godmother, she has a wand, she has magic glitter, she makes things happen, and she gets put on an assignment to like babysit two boys. And during that time they have an uncle who was watching them, and then he was supposed to leave and she's supposed to watch them, but they form like a love connection, and then he's in an accident and she gets to decide whether she wants to like use her magic to save him, but then she would have to give up her magic. And it was really good. Like I said, it's a short novella, so we don't get into all the specifics of everything, and you know, they fall in love very quickly because we only have so many words. We need to get them falling in love pretty quick. But I thought it was super cute. I love little touches of magic in books, so I really like that one. The next one I got is Match Me If You Can, and this is by Michele Gorman. I believe I've talked about Michele on my channel before, but I have read almost every single book or novella that she puts out. She does do a lot of novellas. Match Me If You Can is a full-length novel, and it actually is a new release, and it is the book I'm also reading right now. So it released, I believe, the day of that I'm filming this video, and my review will go up next week, but I just started reading it. I really like her book. She's a British UK author, but she writes really good chick lit. I literally just started it, so I really can't tell you a whole lot about it. But from Amazon it says, have you ever thought about recycling your ex? And we follow three friends, Catherine, Rachel, and Sarah. They are fun, smart, successful, and they are all single. And one of the friends is a matchmaker. That's Catherine. She's a matchmaker, and she has like a dating site, and she gets her friends to sign up there. But what you do is you recycle your ex-boyfriends in exchange for an upgrade. So I'm just like 2 chapters in, so I haven't even really gotten into it very much yet, but so far it seems like it'll probably be a pretty good read. There's a lot of like good humorous moments already starting, so definitely like a romantic comedy chick lit feel. The next one I received is A Jingle Valley Wedding, and this is by Martha Reynolds. And this one says, New York executive Julie Tate knows what it takes to win in the financial world, but her big city success could never prepare her for her latest career move. When her brother abandons the failing family farm, Julie hopes its salvation lies in transforming it into Western Massachusetts' newest premier wedding venue. With her social-savvy friend Freddie in her corner, Julie feels infallible. As their bank account dwindles and one obstacle after another crops up, the business partners wonder if their venture is doomed for failure before the first bride walks down the aisle. Maybe the best way to succeed in a business based on romance is to find one. I really like wedding books, so it had wedding in the title. Read that it was about a wedding, and I was like, or not about a wedding, but about wedding planning and all that good stuff, and I was like, probably gonna like this one. So I'm looking forward to reading A Jingle Valley Wedding. Sorry if you guys can hear me like sniffling a lot. It is so cold outside. It is so cold. We had what the weather called an Arctic blast last week, and now we are in another one, and it's so crazy because yesterday it was 43 degrees here. Like, people were outside without coats on. I live in Iowa. I mean, legit, like, people were going crazy, like spring was here. And then today I think the high was like 20, which really isn't too bad, but tomorrow the high I think it's -5, and that's without the wind chill. That's just like regular weather. And then I think Sunday is going to be a high of 3 degrees. Excellent. Next one that I have is called The Exes in My Glass, How I Refined My Taste in Men and Alcohol. It says this is a dating memoir. and it is by Lisa M. Mattson. I got this email from the author about if I would want to read and review it, and I don't read a lot of memoirs, but for some reason I feel like I'm reading more, but I'm really enjoying them, especially when they have like this kind of twist on it, like the humorous twist on it, like almost like the chick-lit twist on it. For some reason I'm just like really enjoying these. One of my favorite memoirs like ever is Dangled Carrot by Hilary Grossman, and I read it not even knowing that it basically, it's not really defined as a memoir, and it reads just like a chick-lit novel, and then you find out at the end, like as I was reading it, I was like, well, holy crap, we just read her story. Like I had no idea. And then I just read one, it was a holiday one, Christmas Confessions and Cocktails by Vicki Lesage, and I'm like, that was hilarious. It was a memoir, but it was all like funny stories that she's gone through around the Christmas time. So I'm really enjoying them. So I got this one, and I thought about passing it off, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read it. So it says that Lisa Mattson thought she'd grow up to acquire a taste for cheap beer and guys named Bubba, not spend her weekends cruising through Napa vineyards in a convertible. When she flees the rural Midwest for the big city in her 20s, she struggles with naivety, insecurity, and double standards of dating, falling for a mind-numbing string of ex-boyfriends that hone her palate and guide her destiny. Grab a corkscrew and join Lisa on her not-so-straight and narrow road to a fabulous life in wine country, where her glass and heart are always full. The witty story of her raucous journey from lust and love to beer and wine. The Exes in my glass will leave you thirsty to uncork your true potential as well. Like, that just sounds good, right? I'm really excited to give this one a read. The next one I have is Just a Kiss, and this is by Kate Kisset, and it says it is in the series The Single Girls Wine Club, a wine country romance series, book 1. So I'm excited. I love wine. I was like, okay. It has 3 friends, 1 wine country villa, 6 Santino brothers, and lots of wine. Oh my. So this is listed as a romance book, and I look forward to reading that. The next one that I received is Up and In, and this is from Deborah Disney. And Deborah emailed me and said that she was given my name and my blog's name from Tess Woods. And that Tess said really great things about me, suggested that she send me a copy of her book so I could read and review it on Chick-Lit Plus, and I was so thankful for that because I absolutely love Tess Woods. I have raved about her on Chick-Lit Plus. I've raved about her on YouTube. I think she's such a fantastic author. I absolutely loved her book, and I just was very thankful that she was letting other authors know about me and about Chick-Lit Plus, and so I was so excited to read Up and In from Deborah Disney. From Amazon, it says, a laugh-out-loud debut that will delight fans of Leanne Mortuary and Fiona Higgins. This is The Devil Wears Prada at the School Gates. And I'm like, okay. I really like the cover too. Like, it's just the way the font is for Up and In, I thought was very eye-catching. All the women on the cover and how they were the same, because it kind of got me thinking like that maybe will tie into it. It was the cover that I looked at it and immediately started thinking about what's going to happen in the book. Does that make any sense to anybody? But it was like I didn't just look at the cover and be like, okay. I looked at the cover and was like, ooh, I bet this happens, and I bet this happens, and I bet this happens, and that drew me in pretty quickly. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but if it does, I hope so. But yeah, really looking forward to reading this one in January. The very last one that I have, I actually just got this one in last night, but it is No Ordinary Life by Suzanne Redfearn. I have read from her prior, and I think she is a fantastic author. So I knew when I saw it, I was really interested in reading it, so I was really glad that we got the review request in from her publicist. But I also remember a while back actually voting on the cover of this book. I think there was like 2 or 3 different covers, and they asked, I can't remember if it was just on social media or if they contacted specific blogs, but to ask them to vote on the cover. And I remember that this was the cover that I voted for, so I was like so excited to see that cover because it just, ooh, I just love it, and the big bow and the red. I'm just into it. It says, Suzanne Redfearn delivers another gripping page-turner in her latest novel, a story about a young mother's fight to protect her children from the dangerous world of Hollywood. And so I was very much like, yeah, I'm gonna need to read that one because it sounded so good to me. For all of these books, I will leave them linked in the description box below. I will put their link to Amazon on there so you guys can easily click that, go check it out, see if maybe you would want to get the book. Some of these are going to be new releases, so some, I think most all of them will be for sale. But some of them, like I know No Ordinary Life comes out in February, I believe. Comes out February 2nd. So some of them are available to pre-order and that sort of thing, but I will have their Amazon links listed below if you do want to check it out. So those are all the books that I received in my January book haul. I'm so looking forward to reading some of these. I will be sharing my reviews on Chick-lit Plus. I also put all my book reviews on Amazon if they let me, because Amazon deletes my reviews like all the time, which is incredibly frustrating. I don't know, does any other book blogger run into that problem? Because it seems like any author that I talk to frequently on social media, I can't review for them anymore, which is ridiculous. Like Amazon is saying that if you know an author, you can no longer review for them, which is crap, because how else am I supposed to like help promote and like get to know an author? Like I don't want to read someone's book and then be like, I would tell them that I think it's great, but I can't, because then Amazon's gonna slap my wrist and not let me put a review up. And reviews are so important to authors, so important to authors. Like we just rely on our reviews so much. So Amazon, it's like 2 or 3 a week that Amazon deletes, and I constantly get emails from them like, we're gonna shut down your account if you don't stop reviewing books. And I write back and I'm like, I'm a book blogger. What do you want me to do? Like, this legit is my job. So I feel like I'm gonna fight with Amazon every other week. But does that happen to anyone else? Because sometimes I feel like it's only me that it's happening to, and I'm like, I'm not the only book blogger out here that also talks to authors on the internet. Right. So I share all my reviews on Chick-lit Plus, Amazon, and Goodreads. Like I said, all the books that I mentioned will be listed in the description box below. If you have any other video recommendations or suggestions that you would like me to do for the book side, please do comment below and let me know. I think I'm going to try to film one like author-focused video here this month, so if you guys have any ideas of what you want to see. Someone did mention the other night on social media like a do's and don'ts for authors, and I totally can do that. I don't know if I should like focus it on something like do's and don'ts of social media, do's and don'ts of, I have no idea. Maybe I'll just do it in general because I can't even think of specifics. But that's what I'm leaning towards. But if anyone else has any other suggestions, please just comment below and let me know. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe before you go. And I'll just catch you guys in my next video. Bye. I think I just wore this shirt in a video. Like, did I just wear this shirt? Can you tell that this is like one of my favorite shirts? But it's also so warm. Like, I just don't want to take it off. Did I mention that it's really cold out? It is.